I'm Rico Leone, and I'm a fixer. I resolve conflicts between homeowners and home builders.
Right now, we're living in half a house.
They shouldn't have to pay for what you estimated poorly.
We were taking advantage of.
We're not gonna let them get away with it. Years ago, my parents, they got taken advantage of by a crooked contractor. That's why I'm such an advocate for homeowners. This is our version of champagne against the boat. I'd like to call these guys out and ask them if they let their family live in something like this.
Let's go. Pack the we're out.
People having a problem with their contractor call me to say, Rico, please help me.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
I turn construction nightmares into dream homes. I want to take this on. I need to take care of them. So today I'm heading out to the Meadows. According to what they've told me, which is, just a little bit, 90% of the work has been completed. So we're right at the finish line. I have to figure out why the other 10 is not being completed, and that's what I'm gonna figure out today.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Jim.
I'm Justina, their daughter. We are in our basement that is still not finished.
So I work for a nonprofit, and Jim and I met in college, in undergrad.
We met up in CU Boulder, and yeah, she was caught my eye. So yeah, we've had a blessed marriage of 30. We just celebrated our 35th anniversary, and I'm retired from the state as a youth corrections officer, and I work for an airline.
I am living with my parents. Rent is so expensive. We've lived here our whole lives. And thankfully, they have been so great to let me live with them. I am a birth and postpartum doula. I just kind of ended my career with social work. I was a social worker in child protection. Running my own business now, which is, I feel really blessed to do that.
We knew space-wise we were going to have to do some things in our basement just to give her an office and to give him some office space to work in too. We were motivated to finish our basement.
We had the funds. We were ready to move forward, so we called on a couple of people in the home magazines and basement finishers. Not a lot of callback during that time because this was June of 22, but Chris Rose with Sustainable Improvements called me back right away. He came out and looked at the space. Full bid was $72,000 for the basement finish. That included the wet bar, the bathroom, the flooring, carpet, all of it. I was hoping that a few more would roll in, but nobody really got back with me. So we moved forward with signing on with Chris and gave him a check for $20,000.
We didn't get to any framing until August.
Right.
Seems like it took a long time for anything to happen, and we kept wondering, when are we going to get started? When are we going to get started? But it didn't happen until August.
Every contractor was here by themselves. When they did the dig up for the plumbing, the guy's like, hey, where do you want us to dig? Like, we are not plumbers. Literally, you're gonna dig concrete and you don't know where to start. That was very frustrating. And then after that, it sat like that for months.
Chris was never on site to say, we're doing 2 lights here, we're doing this over there. I had to explain that. It just kind of felt like we were the GC.
To date, we've paid him over $68,000, which is 92% of the contracted amount, of the $73,000.
We still don't have a toilet. We don't have the vanity. We don't have any cabinets for the appliances. We don't know what kind of countertop is gonna go in, backsplash, tile, shower tile.
I get riled up because my parents are very hard workers. They do a lot to keep this home, and I'm blessed to be able to live with them. But to be in limbo and be in this disruption, my mom keeps a clean house. Like, we're just all over the dining room table doing our work, doing crafts. It's like, when are we gonna complete this project? And I don't believe he will.
Okay,
Hey.
I heard the dogs first.
How are you?
Good, how are you guys
Come on
doing?
in, Rico.
Okay, make
Get
sure
back.
I pass the time.
Easy and move.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Rico, nice to meet
as well.
you.
Thanks for having me down.
Yeah. Come on down, Rico.
Sure,
I'll show you
sure.
this basement.
I'm eager to see the situation we got here.
Come on in.
Okay.
This was gonna be the wet bar area right over here, Rico. I think the electrical and plumbing is in place for it.
Okay.
We're just wondering if he has enough funds to finish it. We're gonna go around the corner here to a TV room, big rec room, and our biggest concern is the bathroom here. There was supposed to be a dog wash and a shower, but we have no idea what tile he wants to use, what the floor is gonna look like.
Okay.
Right now, if I can just get a sink, I'd be good.
Right. Well, we're definitely going to do more than a sink, but
Yeah.
I can tell right off the bat the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and framing's been done. That's good. Do you know those things pass inspection?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Now, honestly, I could pick out many things that are obvious and not obvious, but I'm trying to figure out why the contractor wasn't communicating with the homeowners, especially when so much work has already been done. Well, how many days on site was he here managing the subcontractors?
0.
What do you mean by managing?
So he was never here kind of directing where everyone needs to do, even if it was for an hour, just so then the subcontractors knew what they
Yeah,
were doing.
that's like a hell no.
Yeah, that's like the biggest no right there. He was never
with the
here.
Contractors, no.
He was here to pick up money.
Yeah.
What was the initial estimate?
73,512, something like that.
Okay.
We've paid him over 68.
Close to the finish line, but yet
92%.
there's still a lot more work. This is way more than
Yeah.
$6,000 worth of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
I'm like, where are the can lights, Chris? Where are the switches? Where are the doors?
And what's his response to those questions?
Oh, we're gonna get it ordered. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
If
that's
he
all
responds.
finishing work. We'll get it done.
That's the key thing, if he responds.
If Chris were to have been real with you guys and said, hey, by the way, we kind of maxed out our limits and it's gonna cost us blank dollars more to keep going, would you guys have been receptive of that conversation? Or do you think that he's scared to have that conversation with y'all?
He must be scared to have that conversation because he's never talked about being unable to complete some aspect of
Right.
this project.
I honestly sympathize with the homeowner. I feel that it's so close to being finished, but yet there is lack of communication. So I'm gonna reach out to Matt, walk the project, and also reach out to Chris, the contractor that they have on the project right now, and hopefully meet in the middle and get this through the finish line.
At the tone, please record your message.
Hey Chris, this is Rico. I met with the Meadows today, and I was wondering if you would be willing to meet with me at the property. We're about 90% in. I'd love to meet with you, figure out a way if, with my help, we could get to the finish line. Thanks. All right, Matt, so here's the situation. We have a finished or soon-to-be finished basement. Their budget was $73,000. So far, the homeowners gave Chris $68,000.
So you're saying they quoted $72,000 to finish the whole basement?
$72,000 to $73,000 to finish the whole basement. I don't see how that's even possible.
Yeah, that's the first problem for sure.
It's underbid.
You know, we have all the framing, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. Then we got drywall. Then we got texture paint, flooring. We have a bathroom with the dog wash.
Right.
And a wet bar.
Right.
There's no way. I mean, I'm doing the numbers in my head, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in this 120 all day.
It was just underbid. He took $68,000. And I don't think he took any money here. I think he put it all into the project. I just think there's a lack of communication between him and the homeowner. He hasn't had the conversation with them about how much more money it's gonna cost. And that's where we could come in, maybe help him out with the budgeting, have actual conversation with the homeowners, talk about the what is left budget-wise. And once we give him that number, I say we just help him out because I think the work is not bad. So I gave Chris a call and I'm very hopeful that he's gonna meet with Matt and myself, walk through the project and figure out some numbers to actually finish it.
I mean, how do you underbid it so much? My mind's blown right now. You know, for him to come in the 70s, I mean, that's not even close. So what time's he supposed to be here?
He said 3 o'clock.
So, what, 2 hours ago?
Yeah. I'm starting to see what the homeowners are going through now.
Endless waiting.
Still waiting.
Still waiting.
If Chris doesn't show up, plan B is gonna be the obvious. Matt and I are gonna take over and finish their home.
Hello, it's Chris.
Hey Chris, this is Rico, how are you doing?
Rico, my man, how are you?
Okay.
I'm going to be there. It just might be like about 5:15, okay? I'm there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
All right,
So he was about 3 hours late, but Chris finally showed up. How you doing?
good. How are you?
Good. Rico.
He showed up. That's always a step in the right direction.
But he seemed a little skittish. So, I mean, we spoke with the Meadows. We looked at the project. I feel, I mean, a lot of work's been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from what I can see, all the work looks really quality.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Passing inspections, huge plus.
All done there.
I think right now, because we looked at your estimate, we wouldn't be able to do it for that amount of money.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like where we're at a standstill. If you were to think about how much money it's going to get us to the finish line, what are you thinking that's going to cost?
You could probably finish everything up for like 25 to 35.
Okay.
With materials?
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at it. I was thinking, you know, estimate-wise, we'd be in at probably 120-ish. And I think, total, all in. And I know your estimate was in the low 70s.
Yeah.
So that's about a $50,000 delta.
I'd say let's definitely have a sit down and get some more concrete numbers just in case, because I feel like you're low the second time, which is how we get in trouble. The homeowners are inside. Do you guys want to just go in there and maybe cover some preliminary numbers, nothing concrete, but see how they react to it?
Sure. I didn't prepare any numbers. If I could email that to you tonight, though.
One thing that I thought was a little weird when I brought up the homeowners, if he was willing to talk with them and us, that's when he got really skittish and wanted to leave.
They haven't heard my number, have they?
Can that be done without me? I got to get the volleyball pickup soon, or tennis pickup soon. Playoffs.
Yeah, that's fine. So things are obviously awkward between Chris and the Meadows, but we're still gonna have to talk to them about more money going into this project.
Yeah, I know it's an uncomfortable conversation, but we got to rip off that Band-Aid.
So it took some hard work, but I finally got Chris to come in and speak with the Meadows today. Now, this project was definitely underbid. I myself would have charged at least $120,000. He did about half that amount. And out of all the issues, I think Chris's biggest problem is that he just avoided the conversation that had to happen, which is happening today. So Matt and I, we did walk the property not too long ago, and we figured that we would have charged at least $120,000, $130,000. So I feel like this is a situation where we saw a lot of good work, but there was a conversation that didn't happen between the two of you, and that's what it's gonna take to get it to the finish line. So Matt and I put some numbers together. We're thinking that it's gonna take another $50,000 to finish this project. What are you guys feeling about 50?
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah. I mean, we based the whole project on, you know, the number that Chris initially gave.
Right.
You know, that's just
Yeah.
deep digging.
Right. And honestly, like, Chris did a lot of work down there, but
His crew, his trades did a lot of work.
yeah. And guess what?
He didn't do any work.
He put the trades together.
No. It's been almost a year. Chris, why has this taken so long, and why has there been such a lack of communication?
I would disagree a little bit on the lack of communication, but it has taken a long time.
I have emails to prove that. I have emails to prove that and
email-
texts. But we're not going to argue that, okay?
Then don't bring it up. I had really hoped that we could do the job at the budget that you guys had first told me when we were designing the basement. And there's been a tremendous amount of inflation on quality labor.
Can I ask you a question? Does quality work also include having your own supplies and equipment and cleaning up after you?
Oh, absolutely it does, but it's also a construction site.
We had to
But
ask for it to
dumpster-
be, we had to ask for you to come get that. It laid out there for 2 weeks. We had to rent our own dumpster, Chris.
And all of our neighbors, not to keep up with the Joneses, but everybody else had a dumpster and a porta potty, but we didn't. And we're
Finish
wasn't
in
in the
3 to 6
contract.
months.
I was just trying to get it at the amount that you wanted.
Well, by the way, that was probably one of his problems. He wanted to fit your budget and wasn't maybe clearly stating what things he took out to fit your budget.
We use so much of our own supplies.
Okay. Well, we can rewind the tape and we can move forward. It's entirely up to you.
We want to move forward, but I need to get this off my chest.
Okay.
Because it's been building for a year.
Understand?
Our biggest frustration along the way, Chris, has been that the subs would come in and they wouldn't know what to do. They would have the plan that was submitted to the city,
Right.
but there was no specifics about, okay, well, are we doing an outlet here? Are we running something to a, if we're talking a wet bar, there was no plans to run anything to that wet bar for power. So I think the plans, just more specifics going forward, would be appreciated.
And where are the plans?
Again,
What do
and
we
I don't
do?
know why the project manager at the time, this is why I...
These were the trades.
I understand, but there was a project manager on it who just wasn't showing up doing his job, which is why he's no longer working for us, because he didn't
He
meet
was
our
here more than
standards.
you were.
But that's his job, the project manager.
You were here to collect money,
Yeah, it's
but
the
you
project
weren't
manager.
here to look at the
I was here to
work that was
review
done.
things.
You were here to collect money.
So if I could intervene, I definitely feel a resentment. Totally feel it, totally understand it, and it's justified. I think what we really honestly need to highlight is now he knows the concerns, he's here with me now, and he's gonna solve the problem. So I feel like him coming back, realizing there was an issue, to move forward is the win. And if we could agree on that, I think that Chris and I can get you finished and, you know, have that basement done.
We're willing to move forward and continue working together. We appreciate that. Just got to move forward and try and get it to completion.
Have more eyes on it and just finish it. How's that sound?
Hey, we're game. We want it done. We waited almost a year. We want it done.
The Meadows agreed to an extra $50,000 to get this project done. So today, work is finally starting. We figured everything out with the Meadows. Chris came back, and we're both gonna be doing some sweat equity to keep the budget below $50,000. Now with the Meadows having some PTSD with the original contractor, I'm gonna have Greg, one of my top project managers, on site to make sure everything runs smooth. Then boom, bam, bam, high five.
Move on.
Move on. Today we're gonna be putting up doors, trim, and paint.
All right, let me get this thing pinned off and we're good to go.
Chris, let's do some flooring and paint.
Excellent.
While working with Chris, I was able to get his side of the story as well. Trust me, I totally understand where the contractors are coming from. Chris, when did you realize that you underbid it?
I think we were about halfway through the rough trades. You know, I was trying to go to an employee model, but it's better for incentive reason not to do that, to do it per job.
If there's one thing that you would have changed, it would have been what? Like hindsight?
Well, I think now you just tell customers, look, I know you have a budget, but at the end of the day, things cost what they do. This is what it'll be. And as much as I might try, I can't change the cost of the materials.
Noticing too, a lot of people to sell a job, they'll go to whatever budget the homeowner wants.
Right.
Overpromise, underdeliver.
Yeah.
And then, but just not have the conversation.
Right, exactly.
Midway. Now, a huge Achilles heel for contractors is selling more than bidding the job correctly. This could definitely come back at you once you start the project midway, realizing you're doing it for free. All right.
Cool.
Thank you for coming in. I'm Poonam. I'm really excited to have you guys here. I heard all about your project through Rico and Chris, but one of the things I noticed right away was that this was just a really big space. And so to create interest, we just had to get really clever in how we were gonna approach it, basically. So right off the bat, right when you come down the steps, we are thinking about doing some of the remnant stone, basically to create a ledge. And then we, right at the bottom of the steps, we'll create a nice little seating area, kind of fun lounge area. And beyond that, of course, is the office study kind of areas, right, that you've created. Mm-hmm. And then the entire basement will be this lighter color. And the floors throughout the entire basement will be this LVP.
Like that. Much darker than
You were thinking
upstairs.
that.
Yeah. So basically, we're just kind of creating a really cool, calm, warm environment. So it doesn't feel like basement, right? It feels more like a home. So right beyond the lounge area, of course, is the wet bar. So what I'm thinking is doing it in a really dark, moody gray. Accent it with the gold accents, gold faucet, hardware. This right here is going to be the countertop that goes with it. And the backsplash, to even add more wow factor, I'm proposing the marble.
This looks great.
That's beautiful.
It's really nice.
Awesome.
Pretty.
Yeah. This is the first time we've talked design
Oh,
yeah.
in a year. So I'm just saying, like, it's all like,
Might be a little
wow.
emotional. We're like, oh my God.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
and it's
so-
really important. This conversation really should have been done before framing. We're now
Yeah.
going backwards. So
Yeah.
because we're going backwards, we have to kind of embrace this and come up with a solution to all of these problems with actual finishes, you know, and
Right.
function of how we're going to put the furniture into the space now. So bathroom area. So as you come into the bathroom, I know you have a dog wash and then you have a shower. So what we're thinking to kind of unify the entire space, we're going to propose the marbled penny rounds. that's it. That's your entire floor of the bathroom. So we're gonna put it in the dog wash, through the main floor, and into the shower. So your shower walls, both the dog wash and the main shower, will be this beautiful textured tile. It is large format, so they do come fairly large. And then the cabinet in here, we're going to go with the lighter cabinet that's in front of you. Coming out of there, now we'll go into the fun stuff, which is kind of the theater zone, right? So since that is now the next kind of big volume space, we're gonna try to create a true theater feel. So across the wall of the theater, we're gonna propose that dark, rich color. Well, the TV will float in the middle of it. And then on both sides of it, that's going to be wall sconces. The back ledge, we are going to use stone to give you that second row of seating. And you can get some bar stools to go right against it. So that way it's just not this weird, awkward pony wall with columns in it.
Right.
Because that's what it is right now. So now at least it has purpose. So Justina, since you're going to be living down there and you have your own bedroom space, we're going to create a really cool craft room area for you right outside of your bedroom. So what we created was actually a craft island. So basically what we're gonna do is the countertop will be the same countertop as we see here, but the actual craft units are gonna be in that lighter cabinet color in the painted harbor.
Oh my gosh.
So that'll be your craft island.
Awesome.
The flooring is going to run into the bedroom area. And then I think when we go to furnish this and make it beautiful and usable, let's just slide a really gorgeous rug underneath that bed. Really warm up the space with the rug and the bedding and the pillows.
Stay forever now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
I know.
I'm just
Let
overwhelmed.
it out, girl.
Just overwhelmed. I mean, it's taken us a long time to even get here, and so it's beautiful. We're just grateful.
This is
Just grateful.
significant because not a lot of things make her cry. So I need y'all to know, like, this is very impactful.
It was just emotional just to know that it's going to happen and it's going to come to fruition, and just gratitude that we're getting this assistance, we're getting this help. So I think just the gratitude is what was behind a lot of the emotion.
Today I'm gonna meet Greg at the Meadows. Unfortunately, I got a text on the way here that Chris couldn't come. He told me that if I got the materials on site, that he'd be here, and he's not. So I totally understand the frustration from this family. Whew, all right, man.
Hey,
Getting
buddy,
the
what's
materials
up?
in, that's good.
Good.
How have you been? Good?
Good to see you. Yeah.
Likewise, likewise.
Working hard, hardly working.
A mixture of both.
Right.
So, Chris, he just sent me a text message saying he's not gonna be here till next Wednesday. I say, let's just you and I start getting some work done. I don't want to wait on him. I'll send him a text. If he gets with me, sweet. If not, let's just keep working.
Okay, all right. Man, you showed up just at the right time. I did not want to bring this stuff down by myself.
Yeah, these are heavy.
Right?
Well, for the average guy, not for me.
You know, it's gonna feel a little springy at first, but once we get a few of them out, it'll start laying down a little bit better. Is it possible that Chris is just stalling so that we got the floor down in the basement and he didn't have to?
Comes in at the right time.
Yeah, you think he's gonna like pop in any second, or what's gonna happen?
You know what? I tried to do that move, but he got to first. Greg, what do you think we should do with the dog wash?
I'm a cat person, so.
Are you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I don't really know. Like, it would be the first one I've ever done.
Yeah, well, let's go look. Let's go figure it out.
So I was talking to Greg earlier today. That dog shower is very unique. I do not speak dog shower fluently, but I'm thinking I could do something pretty cool. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm old school when it comes to taking care of dogs. Like, I've never done a dog shower before.
I think this can change your life. I've seen the animal that lives with you. He's massive. First of all, we're gonna put a nice new valve in here. We've got a new faucet that's going in place. But we can frame the pan in up about this high so that you don't have to like reach down, wash your dog and stuff.
So once we're done doing this, I'm gonna want one, is what you're saying? So this week we have the plumber installing the lines in the bathroom. And we're gonna put in that shower pan. Next week, I hope Chris shows up to help us with the cabinets. And if not, it's gonna cost the Meadows even more delays.
Hello, is Chris?
Chris, it's Rico. How are you doing?
Hey, Rico. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good, good. Hey, we're gonna get some cabinets in on Thursday. Would you be able to meet me on site on Friday?
Yeah, we can be there Friday for that.
Awesome. Do you have a specific time? The sooner the better, to be honest.
You just tell me the earliest time and I'll be there.
All right, man. We'll talk soon. All right. No, you know, not the first time I've heard that, but we'll see. I mean, everyone tells me what I want to hear. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to show up, but if he shows up, Rico points.
Okay, this is one of our kitchenette cabinets, our bar cabinets.
So today we're at the Meadows. We got the cabinets in finally, which is good. Things are progressing. Unfortunately, there's been 3 weeks where nothing's been done, so I'm gonna talk to Chris about that today. Oh, hey, what's up, my man?
How we doing? Good to see you.
Good, good, good.
Hey, Chris.
Greg, good to see you.
How are you, man?
Good.
Well, we got cabinets in.
Yes, let's get him down there.
We got like what? A couple weeks in. We're a few weeks behind. I say let's not waste any more time. Get as much done as possible today.
Got it.
Yeah, I actually have the template guy coming tomorrow, so we at least have to get bases in. We got to make it happen for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
The countertop guys are coming tomorrow to measure, so we have to get all these bases installed today. If not, we won't be able to order the countertops, and that could hold things up even more.
This one's got a little weight to it.
Does heavy equal good quality? It does in construction.
What I used to do is put bricks in boxes and return them to people.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
How are things, man? Good?
Good, busy, good. One fell off, so upstairs.
Are you good with them?
I'm fine with Mr. Meadows.
Okay. Not Mrs.? Only Mr.?
Things are wonderful with Mr. Meadows. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. I asked her, like, hey, what are her issues? And she doesn't tell me. Do you know what they are or no?
Well, obviously she wants it done. And I said, look, I wish we could make a $120,000 basement for $70,000, but
yeah.
So.
Do you think we'll be able to finish in 3 weeks?
Yeah, because this part, I have the same crew that handles the doors and trim does the paint.
Okay. Would you be able to like call your guys, just
Absolutely.
get twice as many guys in here just to knock it out?
Yeah, we're all scheduled.
Oh, hey, promise?
Promise.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's do that. And after talking to Chris, I hope he upholds his promise. Just communicating myself with Chris, I definitely understand what they've been going through for the last year. For the Rico Extra, what do you think about the gangster desk? Like, they work from home.
It's cool.
Poonam could do some cool design surrounding it.
Yeah.
If we could do like a custom something, I think that they would love that. Because they work from home, they're here all the time. Like, this is their piece as much as it is their work.
I love that. That's a great idea.
I'll make some calls.
Okay, cool.
Desk guy, table guy.
You know what? I'm gonna be a cabinet guy. What do you think of that?
Cabinet guy is good. We need cabinets.
There we go. All right.
Well, Greg and Chris work on the Meadows house. I'm gonna come out to Colorado Springs and work on that Rico Extra. The Rico Extra is something that's not on the scope of work. One thing that I never do is put money into ads or any online anything. What I like to do is put more money back into the homeowner's house. Since the Meadows all work at home, I thought that it would be awesome to do a custom desk. Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
And my buddy Aaron, he does live edge desks that look phenomenal. So custom desk is really what I wanted to get them because they've been working from home for such a long time. Something like this would be so sick for them to have.
Yeah, the cool thing about this desk is that nobody is gonna have another desk that's exactly like it. It's gonna be unique, it's gonna be one of a kind.
Custom is the new luxury, so I'm loving this. Today we put one together from scratch. First, the live edge gets placed in a form.
Epoxy is a two-part system. You have your base resin and your hardener, 2-part base, 1-part hardener. And then we got our pigment right here.
What color are we going with?
Well, white.
White.
White. You can be in charge of mixing.
Yeah.
So keep that right in the middle and just let it go.
Then we use the white epoxy to fill in all the gaps. This is pretty cool. It's gonna take a week for the epoxy to cure. It's already looking so good. I think once the Meadows see this, they're gonna love it. Show me what it's gonna look like.
This piece over here is gonna be a leg. So we're gonna have one leg and it's gonna be stood off with brass fittings. So it'll be, you know, an abstract, very unique one-of-a-kind desk that
awesome.
it'll look really awesome with the white, the espresso, and the brass all together.
So this is sexy, 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 functioning.
Functioning sexy is the most important part of sexy. So that's right, yeah.
That's a new profile thing for me.
Yeah,
functioning
yeah.
sexy.
If it doesn't function, it's no good. So.
I'm using that. Trademarked by Rico in 2023 in the state of Section 545, Colorado law. Hey Greg, what's up?
So I got a little good news, I got a little bad news.
Give me the good news first.
Well, there is no good news. So I got bad news for you.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, just give me the bad news then.
You know, we really wanted Chris Rose to come through, and that guy has not been showing up. Last Saturday I went out there, called Chris, couldn't get a hold of him. So I talked to Jim and Jackie. Chris isn't showing up anymore. I don't know what's going on with the guy, man.
It's honestly, it's bull. So I'm gonna call the Meadows, let them know, don't give them another $1. You and I are gonna finish this project.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get out there and get them all wrapped up.
Thank you, man. Talk to you.
Thanks, man. Adios.
So I'm trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. I've gave him more than one chance, just like the Meadows have. Now I understand the frustration because I actually stood up for him. I actually said, hey, let's be in the middle. Hey, Chris, do the right thing. And still, he didn't. It doesn't make sense to me. So either way, I'm gonna take over and, take care of the family. After having that conversation with Greg, I had to call a few of my people to get some extra hands to actually get this moving faster. So what we did was the $50,000 from the Meadows, we actually had them put it into an escrow account. So Greg and I have access to their money so we can finish the project on our own. Honestly, this family's been waiting for over a year to get this done. I'm not gonna waste any more of their time. We still have to do the paint, backsplash, and the tile. So this week, all of those things are gonna be happening. So they're still gonna be doing some work down there because the original contractor, Chris, did not show up.
Oh.
So we're working like triple overtime right now to get it done. So people are gonna be working as we come in. So
That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as we get it done. Today we are furnishing the Meadows basement. Wait, why is it that you always want to grab a plant or a lamp?
What do you mean? I love lamp.
The vibe, I think, is really contemporary, clean, masculine, because it is kind of dad's man cave, but then there's some feminine touches because their daughter is going to be using the bedroom.
All right. There's no electrical in here?
No.
How long will this take?
About 2 hours.
Okay, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Before we're good to go?
Yep, good to go.
Are you sure?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Yep. And you guys are doing what part?
Just shower door.
Okay. So I gotta yell at some other people to finish the rest of this.
Yeah, we can.
That's somebody else. Got it. I'm gonna go find them. So we're here at the Meadows doing the final touches. Unfortunately, more than final touches because Chris didn't show up, so we actually have to work double overtime today.
So this is the wet bar. I'm loving the color combination here. Really deep and dramatic. We've got painted boulder cabinets here, a twist on shaker with a little bit of detail. We're gonna dress it up with some gold hardware. And then we've got these amazing large vein countertops that are quartz. The vein is the same thing, a dark kind of gray. And then we chose this really masculine marble mosaic splash with the same kind of dark, rich grays in it. In the center, we're gonna mount a really big, cool TV. So I think this will really kind of accentuate a masculine wet bar. I'm excited to see it all come together. Okay.
All right.
Yay!
Wait until you guys see the custom desk I got here.
Oh, is it really great?
So nice.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it.
I need one for myself. I'm gonna start ordering 2 of all these Rico extras.
One for you, one for them?
Yeah, one for you, one for me. The desk is coming in today. I'm so excited and it looks so good.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That desk.
It's sick. So I did this. Like I actually did this on site.
Yeah, this is amazing. The desk is really, really beautiful, but I was really, really nervous because I hadn't seen it. I kind of heard about it, but I didn't know what it was gonna look like. And so I'm just super glad that it came out the way it did because it really does go with this vibe. This is awesome.
Look at this.
It's very nice. Yeah, that's really great. I love it.
After we wrapped up the Meadows project, I felt like it would be good to give Chris one final call. So I'm gonna bet you anything that this guy doesn't even know that we finished the project already.
Hello?
Hey, is this Chris?
Yes, hi.
Hey, my man, it's Rico. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
So I was just wondering when you were planning on coming back and helping us finish the project.
But Tyson, he has most of the work to do. He's finishing up and was going to be out there on Monday.
Okay, so I appreciate that you're gonna send people next week, but we already finished the project. So it just goes to show you how unaware you are of where the project is.
I'm aware where it is. I'm 100% where it is. I know that, and I talked to the Meadows, and I got a list from them of some of the final stuff.
If you're aware of where it is in the project, then why would you send your guys to do a job that's already finished?
We didn't do all this way not to get it done, and we're going to be out early the next week and just bang out those things for them.
Yeah, no, you don't need to be there because the project's already done.
We did the best we could.
When we couldn't get a hold of you, we still had to get the project done.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Chris. All right. Making this craft island crafty. Very cool. Today's reveal day with the Meadows. It's been over a year. I'm so anxious. I'm sure they are too. This is perfect. Not the popcorn, the basement. I'm so excited for them to see this place.
Big boy.
Rico,
You guys excited?
we are so excited.
So Chris, now I understand where you guys are coming from. I was being very hopeful. He says, hey, I'm gonna join you, I'm gonna help you out. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So we took care of it ourselves. You guys ready to see it?
Do it.
Who wants to go first? Because I'm about to cry.
All right, hey, well, before we go downstairs, I wanna know, did you guys peek at all?
No. We are so excited. We have waited for this day for our basement to be completed for 13 months.
I know this is gonna be a lot.
Oh man, look at this. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
I know the first part's gonna be hard to deny. It's gonna be this custom desk. Grab a seat.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful.
Here, grab a seat.
Look at the lighting.
Get the feeling here. There you
That
go.
is-
So I helped build this, and this is the Rico extra right here.
Oh my goodness, Rico. Wow.
This is one of those moments where I was making it and I was like, I feel like I also need this as well, but
This is beautiful.
you guys deserve it.
Oh man. Thank you.
No one has this. This is one of
This is
one.
a one of a kind.
One of one.
The desk is amazing. The basement is
so
amazing. We had no clue. Just had no clue.
Let's start heading towards the, well, I would say wet bar, but this is more of a kitchen.
This look good.
We got the quartz, we have the dark cabinets, we have the sexy gold finishes here.
Look at that tile. It turned out beautiful.
Yep, well, this is where Poonam really hooked it up. Let's keep walking. We got the hardwood floors all throughout the house.
They look good. They look good.
Tell me no. Friends, family hanging out.
This is beautiful.
It's like media / living room area.
I never thought about curtains.
Well, it's nice because it doesn't feel like a basement. You have natural light coming in.
Yeah. I was worried about the black, darker wall, but this looks good.
There's a lot of light in
really
here.
good.
So the area that you thought was never gonna get done,
Yeah.
the bathroom.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
This was a room.
Oh my God.
This is a box.
Look at the size of this room. We could all fit in it.
Yes.
On top of that, we wanted to give you a fully finished bathroom on top of the dog shower.
Oh, wow. And then the gray, this looks really good in here.
And Moo's been looking in my tub like, girl, I need a bath. I'm like, just wait. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I love this gold.
So you're saying that dog was trying to get up in your space? Let's check out your space right now. All right.
You go first.
You go first.
Wow. Oh my
Some of
gosh.
your friends up
Yes, like this is the
Got your
boho
boho
vibe.
vibe.
The boho vibe.
Exactly.
I'm gonna sleep so great because it feels so good. This is beautiful.
I'm glad that you love this because it's gonna lead into something else that you're gonna love. This right here is what I call the craft island.
Try again.
Craft island.
I love it. There's just so much I can do now and be organized. In my business ventures, that will thrive because I have a space to like put everything. I know where everything's at, you know. I'll be able to just be like, okay, this corner is that, this corner is that. It's so beautiful.
So we got the desk area
Yep.
to do some work. We got the wet bar for you guys to host. We got the media area so you guys can watch TV and play games. We got this area to do crafts. What's left?
The gym.
We gotta work out.
Gotta work out.
Let's check it out.
Still plenty of room.
Wow.
And even when we spoke about the space, it's like you guys mentally cut it off right here. You're like, hey, can we just get a little area to do this, a little kitchen area, and then we'd be happy?
They were
And
like
we kept
settling.
pushing.
They're like, just do the framing.
I wouldn't be okay with you guys settling.
We were going to settle. We were going to do our own floors, buy a desk. We were going to
Yep.
buy a bar from someplace. But
I can't leave you guys with that. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, it's
we
a
just
great
wanted it
extra.
done.
This is
It was a, yeah, absolutely.
So guys, it's been such a long time coming. It's yours to enjoy, and I'm glad I was able to help you guys out.
Yeah. Grateful isn't even, I don't know a word for grateful that's above grateful.
Yeah.
There's so much peace that's being brought to them, you know, like when you're in hectic situations, it can add turmoil. Like we were snapping at each other all the time. I think it's just a breath of fresh air.
I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna head out. There's more people that need my help, so.
The hard part for me was moving, getting here, and taking your life savings and entrusting it to a guy who just kind of flips your world upside down. And so I'm thankful. I'm really thankful.
You can tell that Rico cares about people and not letting bad contractors screw people over because it gives other contractors a bad rap. We feel so blessed.